Yo, so just lying down, because I'm about to go to sleep. But a successful day off today. Started the day with buying the punching bag, which is the heavy bag, which is fantastic. Very happy about that. Probably gonna see some footage with that at some stage. Uh, yeah, just that was a good chat. Uh, yeah, just did some stuff for the opportunity on Monday. Got another one of those, and yeah, it's funny. Like, I'm not someone to waste somebody's time, but I think that's good as long as you're coming from a place of love and like understanding. Because experience is one thing, but it's got to be genuine. Authenticity is very important with any of these things, with any of these opportunities. I've got a couple coming up, so yeah, excited for that. Today I've been feeling pretty good, pretty positive. I suppose because I've had something to look forward to, something to work towards. After the chat with Clayton, it was definitely like, you know, um, if I'm doing things for the money and all that, because I think I said yesterday, like I got the pay slip, it didn't make me happy, like, and it's so true. I mean, it's going to be compounded, and you're just saying like, oh, being prepared for all these possible scenarios, like when I'm older, like when I retire in my 60s, 70s, or if someone like needs me or something like that, because everyone has their own lives, like you know can't expect that, oh, if I'm super sick, everyone's going to rely on me and like make it all worth it, because that's so I've got to make sure basically that I'm doing something that I find worthwhile, that I can help people now, not theoretically, and it's exciting because with this opportunity, like, get to work with young people, hopefully, which for me, I do enjoy. I think it's worth it because you can meet so many great people, and it's people like you, which is really cool. And yeah, I don't want to say too much about it, but just excited for the opportunity. We did the prep for that during the day and tonight, which is good. Um, and yeah, it seems like passion's going. I was thought about marketing and psychology. Definitely seems to be about like storytelling, like maybe interviewing people or giving people the opportunity to create experiences, create memories, create relationships. That's super exciting to me because when I think like everything, a lot of positive memories and friendships are formed at these sort of events, and I think I have a pretty good idea of sort of how to organize those events because I've done the successful one, but from the village, and I've hosted many in school and whatnot, and being a host and all that, that's big responsibility, but that's pretty cool, and that feels like a pretty worthwhile life and sort of a day to day. So I'm excited for opportunities like that. Yeah, management and whatnot. Yeah, just that sounds exciting. I think that pretty much covers it. Um, it today's been a positive day because I'm thinking a lot about the ego, and the way I've acted a lot in the past is out of fear, in fear of loss. Because I'm afraid to act a certain way or be around energy or whatever in a way that is doesn't relate to my ego, and that comes with unrealistic expectations for myself, for others, how others view me, like, oh, they don't view me this way, and so I'll go somewhere else, and but I'm not. It's like ego is a really big thing for me, and I suppose that comes from being a high achiever with high standards relatively. Because I've, like with the opportunities in my life, I think I'm doing quite well, and I'm very grateful for that because I have a lot of mentors and whatnot. Um, but yeah, just a lot to keep in mind, to be humble, and there's a lot of good in the world and in your life, in general. Uh, it's important to appreciate that and sort of think about whether you're acting out of fear or whether just to maintain your ego, because ego won't make you happy, and it'll just push people away, because you're trying to force them to be a certain way. And I mean, that's where the connection with yourself is gone as well, in some ways. As you're trying to force yourself into a way just to maintain your self-image and identity, but it's not authentic. You know, authenticity is very important, and honesty, and you know, there's nothing worse than if you'd let your ego and all these fake emotions and standards that you set for yourself that you don't even believe in. It'd be terrible if that was the reason for your lack of success or a failure, you know, or yeah, just a negative instance. It'd be better if anything comes to an end, at least you're authentic, you know, and you did try, and then there's nothing to regret, I suppose. And I've learned that in a lot of ways, and yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But yeah, just bit remorseful during the day, but productive. Thinking about these sort of things, definitely the ego death, and thinking, you know, acting, is this really what I want, or am I just trying to maintain standards for myself? Because I feel like I have this unrealistic expectation to live up to. Am I trying to live up to standards that I don't even agree with, that don't exist for me, you know? Is the ego preventing me from reaching the self, reaching the spiritual connection, relationships, you know? Because out of ego and expectation of how things should be, I've made a lot of mistakes, you know? And I've learned, like I said, from Dad, if I don't learn from them, the same mistakes will keep happening. And that's reality, you know. A lot of acceptance, definitely in the last while, thinking a lot about acceptance and the way things need to be, and then that's still exciting. You can do a lot with what you have, you know. So it's the same as, it's not about how much you earn, it's how much you save. It's not how much money you have to give to others, it's how much you actually give, you know. So yeah, and we'll stay tuned. I hope things work out in both those areas that you're thinking of, and yeah, we're doing okay, man. So have a good night. Gym training tomorrow. Gonna do some chest and back, or at least chest. Do a little bit of boxing. Just excited to have a bit of fun with that. Should be cool. Get some sleep, and yeah, good luck for another 2 days of work. The second day being open day, so probably a big day, but very exciting. So yeah, it's probably busy schedule ahead, but I mean, that's exciting. And, I'm very grateful for Mum, and yeah, it's just, you know, it's nice to feel like I can be myself around Mum, but maybe that's because I don't have any expectations or any ego attached. If I remove the ego and how I think I should act, I can act how I actually want to act as an authentic person that is worthy of love and is, most importantly, able to give love and express themselves freely to help enrich other people's lives as best they can. Very good. Have a good night.